Hey, Adam, here is a quick look at what makes Knoxville different from Austin and Boise, like you had just mentioned. And also, this will be helpful in the future for you taking a look at what prices might do and something to keep an eye on. When we look at those other cities, as well as any city in the United States, the best way to determine what is going to happen with prices is where their inventory is compared to pre-pandemic. And the cities where inventory has come back to pre-pandemic levels, they are seeing their pricing moderate. And those that have gone above where their pre-pandemic levels were are seeing prices go down. So, for example, when we look at Boise here in this map here, we go up here and we click on Boise, we can see that their current inventory is just 2.8% below where they were pre-pandemic. So they're getting pretty close to their pre-pandemic inventory levels. So keep that in mind. When we look at Austin, they are 40.3% above where they were pre-pandemic. So their inventory is way above pre-pandemic levels. And keep that in mind when we look at what happened there as far as pricing. When we look at Knoxville is still 15.4% below where we were pre-pandemic as far as inventory goes. So remember, the further below you are from pre-pandemic inventory, the more your prices can continue to rise, and the opposite holds true if you have more inventory. So when we go over to this other map and we look at pricing, when we look up here and look at Boise, you can see year over year, they're still appreciating 2.6%, but they're down 9.7% from the peak in 2022. And that's because they are already bumping up on their pre-pandemic inventory levels. When we look at Austin, they're down 4% year over year and down 20.4% from their peak in 2022 because we saw what happened with their inventory. They're way above where they were pre-pandemic. When we look at Knoxville, in Knoxville, we're 3.7% higher as far as prices year over year. We're still 12.2% above where we were in our 2022 peak. So our prices are continuing to rise. And that is because our inventory is still 15% below where we were pre-pandemic. So those are definitely the things to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on inventory, see if we're catching up to where we were pre-pandemic. And when we see that happen, then we can think, okay, maybe at this point, we are going to see prices start to moderate more. Hope that's helpful.